With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got this to Pickens. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Bengals had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. touchdown! Nico Collins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again. Seeing the field really well.
Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run with a rookie. It's Chase Brown. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week, And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 38-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After one, it's 9-0. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion right is Hopkins. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A quick throw caught by Rice. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd.
But even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, it's gone. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
This one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Almost in 6. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a punt return touchdown of 56 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is up to 5.
Next to score, Ravens 14, Bengals 9.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown Bengals. Nico Collins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. Off play action, here's Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throw caught by Achane. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get out of bounds at least. So the fake spike does yield a completion. But that's a big risk to run there. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. George Pickens, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. The York on now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Achane will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. New York now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Goff now looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incomplete execution there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Goff now to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now it's Goff. Screen play set up for Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Open man right side is Rice. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd and 5. To throw is Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Up the middle, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Goff. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Again, Jackson. On the out route, he's got Thornton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The tight end in motion right. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. He's got this to Pickens. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Jackson to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Devon Achane, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. The York on now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here's Jackson. Finds Pickens out right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Now Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go with Williams. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on
and this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on